Don't we know it?
I'm Michael Gibson, a presentation on Tyson Fury. With his personality, he was given Personality of the Year awards, and then shortly after he was called sexist and homophobic. I think it was like in a press conference that he said that. But when he went to apologise, people were saying he wasn't apologising to actually like he wasn't actually sorry, he was just apologising so then the bad press would get out of him, so then he could actually, not get any lose any fights or not lose anything. But he is actually also has a name called the Gypsy King, which is one of the love personality. It gets from his dad because he's come from a gypsy family that are very poor, and then in 2016, after winning a world title, he said that I am a gypsy and that's it. Which obviously shows that he doesn't really care, but he is a gypsy, and he's just like, that's just him. And he is extroverted, he is outgoing and very confident person. His motivation, according to what he says, is that he's actually not motivated to money at the moment. He's more motivated to his family and getting home, like eating dinner with his family, spending time with them. But some other things that do motivate him are titles, as he does have 4 titles. He has the WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO, but he gave up his WBA and WBO title at one point in his career. And then with concentration, Fury concentrates not only on the awards, but he looks forward to spend time with his family instead. He's also concentrating on his recovery. At one point he decided to take a lot of drugs, and he had depression at one point, but now he is on his way recovering from that. And getting back to fight, and he does focus on fighting his next opponent and fighting his opponents for that. And arousal, he has higher arousal in boxing, as he is yet to lose. He's at the peak of his career, and anything could go wrong at any point, but he is undefeated so far, so good. This Fury did say at one point, even going into that fight, I was really mentally unwell, and I was quite afraid of winning, but because I knew I wouldn't have had a go anymore, I knew that I would come crashing down. So obviously, as he's like all the way up, he doesn't want to come crashing down because he knows at one point that it will happen, probably near the end of his career. And his anxiety, at one point in his career, he had anxiety, did a lot of drugs, and he took a break from boxing. He has anxiety from about 2012 to 2015. He also had suicidal thoughts, and he even said, I've had suicidal thoughts since around 2012. I've had bouts of depression, but never as severe until 2012, and then I started to think about death and think about wanting to kill myself and how I'd do it. So obviously he wasn't in a good state of mind in 2012, but I guess after when he went back into boxing, it kind of got him back into the mental state he should have been in.
Okay.
That was it. It was quite a bit to get out there.
Okay. Go back to personality. Yep. Okay, cool. So you have got a little sentence at the bottom. Tyson Fury is an extrovert because he's an outgoing, confident person. So my question to you is, how does that link to boxing or success in boxing?
Because if you're very confident, then you're going to do well. Like, you don't really care what other people say. You're more like you're in your own head, and you just like lift yourself up.
How's that relevant in boxing?
Because when you focus, because in press conferences, for example, your opponent will try to knock you down and try and make you mentally unwell. But if you're more confident, you don't really focus on them. You'll focus on getting them down and then trying to win. So, because in press conferences, that's when you basically win the fight by speaking to them and trying to get them mentally down.
Okay. So click on then. Talk about motivation for me. So in there, you've not got anything about intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. So can you talk to me about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, and maybe what type of motivation you think he has and why it's effective for him?
I think when he first started, he did have extrinsic, so he just went for the
What
money.
does that mean?
It's that he just wants awards and money and fame and everything. So he just went for that first, just so then he could get money because he was very poor at the time when he first started. And the more money and fame he got, the more he could provide for people and his family, and just like he said, money doesn't motivate him anymore. But then intrinsic, I think he is now, so he's just focusing on himself and focusing on just like winning his fights instead of just going for money and fame, as he already has enough of it.
Okay, so your slide on concentration was pretty good. It's very easy to write about concentration. So click through concentration and get yourself to anxiety. Oh, hang on. Stay on arousal. Go back to arousal. So, how does your state, like, what does this mean?
It means that because there's a performance and arousal, so obviously he's at the top, he's never lost, and he's like always he's undefeated, so he's up there. But the second that he does lose, he'll go down. And probably come crashing down.
Don't you think that's interesting in itself that he says he's afraid of winning? So he's unbeaten, isn't he?
Yeah.
But in boxing, am I right in thinking you can choose what fights you take?
Yeah.
So do you think there's an element of choosing people potentially he would win against?
Yeah, I think that is because so far he's gone against 80 fights. I think one hard one is Deontay Wilder, but that's like one of the difficult fights that he took on. But I think near the end of his career, he did say he wanted to go against Wilder, AJ, and then some other guy. So then 3 more people, and then he said he'd probably retire after that.
Okay. Cool. And anxiety was the next one, wasn't it? Okay, cool. So if I say to you about state and trait anxiety, do you want to tell me what you understand by that and how it links to the anxiety and depression that he felt?
With state, it's all mentally, so it's like how he mentally feels. Because if you go into a fight mentally unwell, then you don't perform as well because you're focused on something else and not like your opponent and trying to knock them down.
So what's trait anxiety then?
I'm not too sure what trait anxiety is. I'm probably well to research that.
Okay, so that's the bit you need to add.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Well done.